This Kick It Dicey is a D&D podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto. I play Loomis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I'd just like to say it's a beautiful day to finally finish your 3-month-long class you've been taking. Woo!
As we go!
Yeah, Destiny!
Please
Yeah!
remember.
Yeah!
Did you walk? Would you decorate your camping gown? Yeah.
Did your parents
I
come and
walked
watch?
from my computer to my kitchen.
Yeah.
Nice.
You sound like you just finished a 3-month course.
Yeah. I'm also sick, not practicing Loomis' voice.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast, Loomis Bjorn.
It's a beautiful day to suck some blood.
Yeah, when I finished my 3-month course, I wore like pajama shorts on the bottom and a nice button up on the top because it was COVID times and
Nice.
lockdown. And so
Nice.
on my computer, that's how I quote unquote graduated.
I did the same. My last thing I had to do was a mock interview.
Oh,
So I had my jammy pants on the bottom, button up on the top.
that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Exactly.
Zoom graduation. Congratulations, Destiny.
Congrats,
Thank you.
Destiny.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big accomplishment.
Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vendove, and it's a beautiful day to play the guitar a bunch.
Reader,
Oh,
neater, neater,
good.
neat. That was my guitar.
I don't play the guitar like a bunch anymore,
Hmm.
like in like long stretches of time. And by the time this episode comes out, this will already have happened. But I'm playing a gig at the end of the month, and we had a rehearsal, and it was fun, and to play the guitar a lot. And it also reminded me that I have carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Do you have to wear braces when you play?
Nah, I just powered through it.
Okay.
But by the end of, I think we rehearsed for like almost 4 hours, and I
Ooh.
was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, bye everybody. And I was, if,
Oh
you can't
my
see it at
God.
home, but my hand's in a really fucked up position.
When's the last time you
Um,
practiced anything for 4 hours? Wow.
No, fucking nothing. Yeah, it was, but it was good. I still got it.
Can you
it's
still
in
shred?
me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm playing
Hey.
rhythm, so I'm just playing all the chords, but I was locked in. I was zoned in.
Hell yeah.
Was it fun? You enjoyed it? Are you happy you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm very nervous. I haven't played a live gig since 2020. Yeah, 2020. My last gig was supposed to be South by of 2020, and then South by
Oh,
got
that's
shut
right.
down,
That's
and
right.
we were like, I was like, oh, okay, and then I never played live again.
Until this year.
We'll see you again this year. Sorry if you missed it, everyone, when you're hearing this.
Probably did.
Hi, I'm Kenny Chilton, and I'm playing Emil Mazak. And it's a beautiful day to install a bidet.
Oh, fuck
Go, big
yes.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
How many toilets? Just your toilet?
Just the
All
one.
toilets?
Just the one in mine. It feels weird to like install it for a guest to use.
No, absolutely not. As a
it
guest of
not?
your house, I would love that.
Oh, you're always welcome to use my bathroom if you want.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be funny for you to install it for your kids because, like, no way that's going to work well.
Blow them off the toilet.
of all the, I mean, not to get too blue, but I've still to this day never used one, and I just know I would absolutely.
Wait,
love
you
it.
don't go to
big boy.
Destiny's house and use that one?
I don't go.
But you
I don't
don't just
go
like.
number. I don't
you
go
don't just
number
wanna
2 at
sit
other people's
there?
houses.
You
No,
don't
but you
have-
could just sit
You can
down
still
and
just
do
use
it.
You can just
Yeah,
still
you
use
just-
it.
Be like, my butt's a little dirty.
It's just like Alex, you've been in Destiny's bathroom for 45 minutes. No, I imagine they're wonderful.
I've been wanting one for a long, long time, and many people have been trying to get me to get one, Destiny and David included. Yeah, it's just like, I'm so glad I did it. I've used it one time, and it's like one of the best decisions I've made financially this year.
Alex, you and I just got to hold out for the podcast sponsorship one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, and they're only gonna give us one probably to like test out. So we're gonna have to like fucking
Split it.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Panther. Ew.
It's not ill. They're self-cleaning. It's fine.
It's fine.
Good investment. Everyone should have one. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Hello, everyone. My name is Becky Schmader, and I'm the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to get a new cookbook.
Hell yeah.
What's the cookbook?
It is Old Time Hockey's Recipes from the Cedar Swamp.
Sponsor us.
Or just notice us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're at on TikTok?
Old Time Hockey, I'm pretty sure.
Hockey spelled like Hawk the Bird, EY.
Exactly.
He's a
And
nice
I'm really
man.
excited. It's got a lot of easy recipes, crockpot recipes, campfire recipes, and pudgy pie recipes.
And what is a pudgy pie, Rebecca?
I don't know the exact definition, and I was really hoping there would be one in the book, but I haven't found it yet. But I believe a pudgy pie is when you take 2 pieces of bread and put something in between it inside of a pie iron and then cook that in. I think the bread is what makes it a pudgy pie.
I feel like the Midwest as a whole, like probably of all the American like cuisines, like probably gets like the most amount of hate. But you have to admit that there's like a large amount of like almost like romantic whimsy in their food. Like the first time I ever heard about like a Minnesota hot dish and how anything's a hot dish, it's just what they call casserole, but they just call it hot dish. I'm like, that's so much more whimsical than
I do like
that. A pudgy pie, hot dish. What else they got going on?
Like
Tess,
Midwest
can you name
salads.
another one?
Wait, what'd you say, Destiny?
Can you name another whimsical dish?
Like a Midwest salad.
What's a Midwest salad?
Anything probably with Cool Whip in it.
With
is
Cool Whip
Midwest
in
Oh,
it.
why is it called a salad?
That's why people it's ambrosia. It's
Yeah.
it's when you get like Jello and fruit cocktail and mix it with Cool Whip, and it's like salad.
Or if you put, there's also like Snickers salad, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
dude. It's
there's also, then you got the Midwest whimsical delicacy of that fermented fish that they eat.
oh yeah, what's that called?
I'll
Oh,
look it up.
Ew.
I went to a Methodist church in South Texas when I went to church, and all the winter Texans during would come and stay with us during the winter, and whenever we'd have luncheons, there would be at least 4 to 5 different salads, and they were all different neon kind of colors and just like different vibes, and it was just fruit and whipped cream, and it looks gross. It rules. It's
Yeah, because you
absolutely
also have
delicious.
your potato salad, egg salad, coleslaw
yeah.
is a salad, obviously.
Okay.
But the fish is called lutefisk. And not ludicrous.
Luda.
It's a traditional dish of dried white fish, stereotypically cod, that's been cured in lye. Something you shouldn't eat.
They're resourceful people.
They are.
Yeah, they do what they have to.
Anyways,
to survive.
whimsical treats up there in the Midwest.
Oh boy, yo, old time hockey. I mean this with love. Looks like a cartoon character. Like instead of a mouth, he has a mustache.
Way to bring it back.
Well, pick a picture and make it bigger.
No, I tried that. Look, he looks like his mouth is a mustache.
He looks like a friendly man.
I mean, yeah,
He does
commitment.
Now
look
to
like
that's
the bit.
that's a
Love it.
whimsical man.
That's a whimsical man living in the cedar swamps of Michigan.
That's so cool.
Oh, I mean, you just said the name. This is off air. Oh, big reveal. Sorry, everybody. But you said Mutter Butters. Mutter Butter. That's such a whimsical name.
Right,
Mutter
right.
Butter.
Yeah, Mutter Butter Pudgy Pie. What
That's
a
my
name.
third one. Mutter Butter.
Mutter Butter Pudgy Pie.
Wow.
I just like saying Pudgy Pie.
Pudgy pie.
He also has a lot of recipes that are like pop pies, I think, or soda pie. It's probably pop up there, right? But it's just like, here's a cake and there's soda in it.
Oh yeah, like a 7-Up cake, but like, oh man, imagine like a Dr. Pepper cake.
It was like an
I'd
upside down
fucking
cake,
die.
but with ginger ale for like
Yeah,
the upside
I'm
down
sure.
part, or like there was
Or like a spiced ginger ale cake. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Oh wow,
so
that
good.
sounds dope. Is that a thing?
I'm sure.
I just
Let's
said
not,
it.
if not, this could get dicey cookbook coming to you soon.
Yeah.
Patreon exclusive.
Once we get 100 more
Oh.
subscribers.
We'll do some recipe testing, yeah, live.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And with that, Whomstava is ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Me miss me.
Yep.
Me.
Yes.
Last we left off, the group got heated in the cold northern tundras of Iceland.
How
I'm
hard
very
you work
proud
on
of
that line? You
line.
so freaking proud of that or what?
That was a good line.
Yeah, thank you. Inside the home of his long-lost mother, Emil confronted her about abandonment of him. As his anger bubbled to the surface, the truth of the real happenings in Ursa Anore surfaced as well. Also worked hard on that line. Deep in the cellar beneath the home of Dade and Maria Bach lives a pedestal, not unlike the one you all found in the woods a month and a half ago. Confirmed it's only been a month and a half since you all met.
What the fuck?
Surrounding the pedestal, the same plant matter that you all saw before was also found. Dade then took you all to the local healer and laboratory of sorts, where you all met Bear and Natasha Vellamwood. Bear spoke to you all about the town, the collecting of blood to feed the plant matter, and the lack of urgency or desire to find a cure. You all left and collected your thoughts and feelings, and you all are now heading back into the lab to speak with Natasha, who you've yet to speak with, and see what she might know about everything that's sort of going on around here in these parts. So that's where you all are kind of... I think we might have ended with you all going back in, but we could be outside if you all want, because that maybe is an easier place to start. You're in the streets of Ursa Anore, outside the laboratory.
So obviously, rough morning. All right, woohoo. But now we're on a science mission. We're gonna go back in there, and we're going to I was kind of thinking we just kind of see if we can get the who, what, when, where, why from Natasha about this plant, because it just like kind of feel like we need to hit the basics of it. Like, do we even know what it's called?
We don't have a name for it. We don't. We know they're using it to feed this thing, obviously, and they're using grease blood to feed it, but we don't know much more than that. I feel like I'm compromising our ability to do it well. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
Loomis, you feel like heading this conversation?
Not particularly.
Okay. Ellis spits in his hand and pushes his hair back. He's like, "Let's go learn." I walk back inside.
You all walk back into the laboratory, and Bear is still there, kind of like rummaging around, working on his kind of stereotypical, like, organizing medical supplies and taking notes. But he kind of looks up and greets you all again. Oh, hello there. Did you all need anything else from me?
Yeah. We don't want to keep you if you're busy. If Natasha's available too. Dave just said we can ask some questions, and I think I want to learn a little bit more from. Sorry, I think from Natasha specifically.
Oh, that's it. Oh, Natasha knows way smarter than myself. Natasha, would you be willing to speak with them all? And he kind of points you over to Natasha's study. She kind of looks up from her desk and sort of like scoots her chair back, stands up and kind of greets you all at the doorway to her study. Hello. Yes, you all can come inside. We can speak within here. It might be a little cramped, but please do come in. And you all head into her lab or into her study, I assume, and you can kind of see it's like a very stereotypical like bedroom size, like 10 by 15. It's not very big, and with a desk in here of pretty big size, and the three of you all plus Natasha, it's like a little cramped, but you have breathing room all along the walls from like floor to ceiling. Are bookshelves that are kind of filled to the brim with scrolls and books and maps. There's like little stone artifacts, and you can see like glass jars with little floating bits of various organic matter and things like that, sort of reminiscent of the collector's lab, but definitely not to like the scientific level, definitely more of a like archaeologist study, if you will.
Can you describe Natasha again?
Natasha is an elven woman, sort of hard to tell how old she is. There's not really like a wrinkle in sight on her, and yet you definitely don't feel like she's like a young elf by any means. She has tan skin and dark black straight hair. You can kind of tell that she is like definitely like physically fit, but that she sort of like hunches in on herself a little bit, sort of keeping to herself, a sort of more like quieter demeanor.
A shy hottie.
Yeah, a shy hottie. Let's call her that. Natasha, shy hottie Vellenwood.
Thank you for letting us into your office. Do you have some of the, not to get right to the point, do you have some of the plant in here? It's like a sample. You have a lot of stuff on the walls.
I might have like a small specimen jar of it, but no, I don't really keep that in here that much. That's not really my specialty so much. I know a little bit of it, certainly. It's hard not to, but no, I focus a lot more on the history surrounding many things that I guess go hand in hand with the plant.
Oh, sick! That's awesome. That's kind of what we're kind of focused on too. There's kind of a little bit of history that we've been trying to uncover. If you don't mind me asking, kind of, I guess in regards to the plant, I guess my first question is, how do I word this? What is it?
But before what are all of your names again? Just to sort of make sure we're acquainted. I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm Alice.
I'm Emil Mazek.
I'm Loomis Bjorn.
The three of you can all tell, as you all say your names to her, that she's not really listening to Emil and Alice say their names. Her eyes are definitely like narrowed in on Loomis, and like wanting to specifically, like, perhaps was asking this question just to figure out Loomis's name above all else. But she responds to you, Alice. We call this black lichen. It's definitely not a stereotypical lichen. It's more viscous, thicker, sort of stronger. But that's what we've come to call it.
Cool. Pretty cool name. Where does it come from? Like, we've encountered this plant before, and it was not like any other plant I've ever seen.
It's sort of a remnant, I suppose, of a time long ago. Sort of it doesn't really come from specific places, I suppose. It can be found all over the world. We've found small patches of it and bits, and it grows off of organic matter. It definitely favors strong in iron, I will say, matter. But it doesn't come from a specific place. We've gathered it from all over, and I assume you've seen our specimen here.
Are you referring to the
one in
big...
Jade and Maria's basement?
Okay,
yes,
cool.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Everybody's on the same level. Okay, cool. So, this plant is like mondo creepy. It's like super scary, and it like I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. Has it ever talked to you before?
Everyone roll an insight check when you ask that.
13.
19.
Dirty 20.
Loomis and Emil, you notice that like her eyes light up at the mention of like, oh, someone like this thing has interacted with you all in a not stereotypical way. So, have you all been spoken to? But I will clarify, it's not the plant that is speaking to you all.
Who's speaking to us then? Or spoke to us?
Did Dade or Maria, they didn't mention the name to you all?
We were kind of stuck on other matters, and yeah, I didn't really get to it.
The three of you notice that like this has this is swelling within her. She's like reveling in this moment. I feel so honored that I get to tell you this name. His name is Atorum. And I need Loomis to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, saving throw.
Excuse me?
Intelligence saving throw. The rarest roll in the game.
17.
Okay. A sort of like flash of a vision enters your mind, Loomis, at the mention of this name. Sort of a quick flash of an interior of a mountain. Is it a tomb? There's some candles lit. All it is like a rocky interior. You can't really make it out. And then as quick as it's there, it flashes away in your mind. Like a little headache, like it's just a sting in your mind, and suddenly you're back. And at the same time, I need Ellis to make a perception check.
I was about to maybe cast a little message. I will use a luck point on that natural 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Better. 14.
14. You hear in your own mind Nanoxis's voice like call out to you, or like not even calling out to you, but you hear kind of like a ripple of like Nanoxis was maybe like checking in a little bit, kind of seeing what's going on, and heard this name, and as a reaction lets out like kind of like a yell, a scream of like a no.
In my head, I guess maybe kind of sensing his presence, I'll like I mean I imagine he can speak to me in my head. I guess I like cast message to him.
Sure.
And I'm like you said this place has secrets and you wanted info, and buddy, I'm getting it. And I smile as kind of feeling like the Noxus is scared of this name. Is that like the kind of vibe?
Yes,
I kind of got with
that's
him?
definitely
Like,
the vibe you're getting.
that makes Ellis feel a little good. And I say, Atorum, I've never heard of this name. I'm assuming most haven't?
This is to Natasha again?
Yes,
Okay.
Natasha.
Yeah, your response to, or like kind of like you speaking to Nanoxis is sort of like met with like a silence. And going back to Natasha, I would say it's a rare name that has been sort of deleted from history, if you will. Sort of deleted from records, pages destroyed, marked in black so that way none would know his name, his story. He is a forgotten god.
How do you know him?
I know him because I've looked very deeply across Drugala for him. And tell me, I have a question for you, Loomis.
Pass.
No, wait. Where are you from, Loomis?
I guess most recently Mooncrest.
You see her like pull out a notebook and start like taking down notes at that.
Why are you writing notes?
It's just good to make sure I remember all the facts about this whole situation, about the three of you all. You all are newcomers.
Do you have records of everyone that comes through here?
No, but not everyone also asks questions about Atorum.
Awkward. It does. Can I tell that she's like super, like still super hyper focused on Loomis?
Yes. I don't think she's hiding it at all.
I look at Loomis. I was like, "Do you two like know each other or something? Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have like a long lost like uncle or aunt in here or something?"
I just met her. Do you know me?
I suppose that's a bit complicated. I think I might know of you.
How? Or what do you think you know of me?
How long have you been awake for, Loomis?
Like, how long have I been a vampire?
How long do you remember? How old do you think you are?
Around 220 odd years or so.
And do you remember where you were when you awoke, I suppose?
I guess an adventuring party found me in a cave.
She kind of scribbles these notes down a little more. And do you remember where that cave was?
It's not necessarily, no.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And where did you all find? You aren't 200 years old. Where did you all happen upon dear Loomis here?
In a cave. Whoa! I'm starting to piece together.
Oh wow! Just outside of Mistfall.
Caves.
No, wait. No, wait.
I like as I say caves, I look at Emil and I do that like a kind of a cuckoo like thing like weirdos.
Wait, what is? I mean, Loomis is unusual, but what are you getting at here, Natasha?
She kind of like ignores like the question, and she's kind of just again focused back on Loomis. Loomis, do you is the name Avendel Thorsup familiar to you?
Is that familiar to me, Becky?
You can roll a history check to see if anything is being jogged in your mind here.
16.
It is not familiar. And we'll keep that history check kind of going here as she's... And Cura Shallow, is that name familiar? Or Cindy Brooks, or Diana Littlespin. Are any of these names familiar to you?
No. Who are they?
Very
Should I be familiar with them?
Very interesting. She like goes through and like digs through her desk a little bit, kind of digging through notes until she finds a book. You see that on the cover of the book, it's a very simply like leather-bound book, and on the cover is a singular vertical line on it. Not that doesn't run from top to bottom, but kind of like in the middle of it, as like a symbol. And she like leafs through it quickly and pulls open to a page, and on the page is a portrait. Or on one side is a portrait, on the other side is sort of a bunch of text written, and she flips it to you all, and you all see the portrait of an elven man, his hair dark, his features sharp. He has a confident disposition about him and is wearing fitted leather armor, dark in color. Underneath the portrait, it's written Avendel Thorsup, and all three of you roll a perception check here, or investigation, whichever.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay.
Perception is also okay?
Yes, perception or investigation.
I got an 11.
18. Perception.
17.
Loomis and Emil... I mean, the three of you see this picture, but Loomis and Emil, you all are, these features seem familiar to you. You see these features, Emil, every day as you all have breakfast or walk through the woods. And Loomis, there's like a deep like discomfort as you're looking at what you think to be a portrait of yourself.
Oh my gosh, you think you know a guy. I mean, Loomis shows up. He's like an open book practically. Tells us everything there is to know about him. And then we find out he has a different name. It's ultimate betrayal. Thank you so much for listening to episode 54 of This Could Get Dicey. It means so much that you're here. If you are feeling a little spicy and you like the show so much that you want to see it get better, you can go to www.patreon.com/TCGDpod and consider signing up. We got a couple different tiers. I want to give a special shout out to the Patreon boys. Love you boys. Thank you. Just because they're all boys at the moment. And if you like what we do and want to see more content that we make, you can check us out on Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. Also, we have a website, www.tcgdpod. We're pretty easy once you get the abbreviation down. Anyway, take it easy, keep it sleazy. Let's get back to this just shocking episode.
Damn, he's hot. And I'm scared.
This town was supposed to be about me. This is fucking crazy. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait. How do you
have this?
These are... This book is filled with people who followed Atorum long ago. In the era of his aspiration. He had many generals. There was a great war of losses. Is any of this jogging anything in your mind?
I'm pretty sure you can tell by my demeanor. No, this is all news to me.
What you're saying? Evandel? Evandel? Is that how you say that?
Evandel.
Evandel was
Avendel. Avandel.
Spelled it right the first time. Hell yeah.
I did not. Avandel was a general of Atorum?
Yes, general of the scouting forces of Atorum. Sneaky, are you still stealthy?
How do you know this is me? We just kind of look alike.
Loomis, no, look at it. Look, it's you. That's for sure you.
That's not my name.
They call me Avondale. They call me Lou. They call me Grumpy.
That's not my name.
I mean, Loomis, I understand this might be shocking, and I will say that Natasha is kind of vague book in here, but dog, that's you, motherfucker.
Can I try to like snatch the book? Did she like hand it to us, or is she just like showing us like?
She has it like flipped around, showing
and tell style,
like a picture book almost. Like,
yeah.
Look.
Loomis wants to just like grab it from her.
Sure, do a sleight of hand.
12.
She sees you go for it, and she goes. She like pulls it back towards her. No. This is an important book. What else might you want to see within it?
The whole thing, obviously.
And you won't run away with it?
No promises.
She hands it over to you.
Loomis runs. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye!
Got a blast. No, I think Loomis just starts like shifting through it, like just trying to figure out what in the first couple pages, like what the contents are, who wrote it.
So yeah, taking a look at the book in a little closer detail, it has that leather-bound cover with again that vertical line on the front, and the beginning of the book, has a foreword. May those who fought valiantly for his Lord God Atorum not be forgotten with time. We write their names within these pages. We draw their faces within these pages so they might be remembered for their efforts to our cause. And leafing through it, you can see, like, there's a portrait, and then there's, like, a bunch of text, and then you flip the page, and there's another portrait and a bunch of text, and you're seeing those names that she mentioned to you. Diana Littlespin is written under the portrait of a human woman. She has light hair, light skin, a grin curling upwards at the corner of her mouth, leather armor on her chest with her shoulders free from protection, and it says Diana Littlespin, leader of the vanguard for Atorum. It says the fiercest warriors of the Great War of Loss gave their everything to push for Atorum's success. The vanguard for Atorum were the first line of fighters in any given battle. Fearless, barbaric, aggressive, blood-hungry, they tore through many a member of the three goddesses' armies. Diana led the vanguard through the forces of Lumixen at the Battle of the Elder Woods.
Wait,
and
who is it? Who is it?
And it says Diana Littlespin died in the Battle of the Eastern Woods. The vanguard became overrun with the three goddesses' forces, and Diana fought valiantly before falling at the hands of a Silurian knight.
Do they say the gender of the knight?
They do not.
Oh, shit.
But the three of you can, roll an investigation or history check.
It's Helena.
Yeah, it's Helena. I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 40. It's Helena.
You all can infer that was perhaps Helena. There might have been multiple champions to Siluria, but why else? Why else would I mention it? Okay.
Diana Little what?
Diana Littlespin.
Littlespin. Okay.
You flip the page. There's another portrait. Written under the portrait of an elf is the name Cindy Brooks. Their appearance very androgynous, long, light-colored hair draping the sides of their face, light skin, embellished armor that can be seen in the depiction from their chest upwards. Cindy Brooks, Lord General of the Atorum forces on Icerune. During the Great War of Loss, Cindy led the forces of Atorum to beautiful victories across the land. The burning of the eastern coast, the decimation of Undersilver, the ambush in the marshy fields of Valo, cleared the eastern side of Icerune and brought the forces to the flank of the armies of the three goddesses, survived the Great War and escaped the clutches of many champions of the three goddesses, was said to have escaped to Aegea with the other generals of Atorum, final resting place unknown, their death never confirmed.
Oh, okay.
You flip to another page, the name Cor Shallow, written under the portrait of a halfling woman. Dark skin, dark hair, ornate robes with a high collar around her neck, her eyes depicted as gaunt and lifeless almost. Cor Shallow, High General of the Atorum forces of Drugala. During the era of his aspiration, Cor Shallow led the forces of Atorum across the entire world of Drugala. A powerful mage, she traveled across Drugala to rally those behind the cause and organize the forces of his armies to do his bidding. Although stationed primarily on Aegea, it is said the last sighting of her was leaving on a ship on the rocky shores of the stone harbor of Icerune. Final resting place unknown, death unconfirmed. You come to some other names that Natasha didn't mention. Shivarak Dithya, written under the portrait of a dwarven man, his skin light, his hair dark, his brow heavy, a face of anger and pain. He wears heavy steel armor with large pauldrons on either side. Shivarak Dithya, Lord General of the Atorum forces on Aegea. During the Great War of Loss, Shivarak led the forces of Atorum on the continent of Aegea, eradicated the three goddesses' forces in the western marshlands and destroying the city of Dragon's Crossing, joined forces with Cindy Brooks on Icerune and led a southern branch of the army towards the end of the Great War. Survived the Great War and escaped to the mountains of the Stone Harbor. Year of death unknown, but final resting place found within the bowels of the mountains. And you can see that there's a note scrawled to the side, resting place within tomb, dangerous, underscored. You turn the page again, written under the portrait of a human woman, Dinthalia Cathorn. Her hair light, her skin medium in color, her skin wrinkled in appearance, wearing a collared shirt in the picture, glasses resting on the bridge of her nose. Dinthalia Cathorn, High Scholar of the Atorum forces. During the era of his aspiration, Dinthalia researched many topics in order to benefit Atorum and his forces during the war. One such topic was that of vampirism. It is said that Dinthalia herself became a vampire in order to thwart the inevitability of her human death, survived the Great War, and went to the depths of Undersilver to explore what was lost. Reported death Year 50 of Age of Arcana. Final resting place unknown. And then you note that there's another note written kind of near her, a note scrawled to the side that says, could be of great import to find. You turn the page again. Rydell laments, written under the portrait of a human man, his hair dark, his skin light, plated armor highly embellished. He has a dazzling smile in his depiction. Rydell laments, Lord General of the Atorum forces of Brulin. During the Great War, Rydell laments led forces through Brulin, easily taking out the three goddesses' army and facing off with champions. After clearing the small continent, he made his way to Icerune, where much resistance was faced. Lord General laments secured the Stone Harbor for Atorum's forces, faced off with an alleged champion of Noxus within the Elder Woods, and to the surprise of many, was defeated and killed.
Let's go, Noxus. That's what I'm talking about.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I don't.
Ella's just like reads that, like just kind of like probably like chokes, like tries to choke back a cough of like awkwardness.
You turn the page one last time. Avendel Thorsip, written under the portrait of an elven man, General of the Scouting Forces of Atorum. During the Great War of Loss, led troops in scouting missions across the Patchwork Forest and Frosted Thicket, succeeded in weeding out Silurian sentries that were hiding within the woods that gave advantage to the Western Front, led the northwestern flank on Lumixan forces at the Battle of the Elder Woods. At the end of the Great War of Loss, he disappeared, his final resting place unknown, his death unconfirmed.
There was always a reason Loomis hated Siluria. Just always been there.
Loomis is definitely lost for words, which is not too uncommon from him because he doesn't want to talk much, but I think everyone in the room can tell he's very shocked and is trying to process a lot right now.
Loomis, does any of this ring true to you? Is this stirring anything in you?
It's not, right, Becky? Like
It is not, no.
No, I'm retaining, absorbing this information just the same as y'all are. I obviously it's hitting me a bit harder, and I really don't know how to process what's happening. But no, I mean, like I mentioned when we went to the academy, I don't remember my life before I turned into a vampire.
Well, this is I assume a lot for you to take in, Loomis. Not to sidetrack it a little bit. Just big old question. Who is Atorum? And why was there a big war for him?
Well, like I mentioned, he is a forgotten god now for many people. But he was a god feared by all, forgotten by many. He has grown frail and weak. A god is nothing without followers, nothing without memories or histories. He is Atorum the Withered, a name of dual value. Withered he is now, withered the world will be upon his return. He was removed and sequestered deep within the core of Drugala, we believe. Done so by the three goddesses, Lumixan, Themiska, and Siluria. Out of fear, they feared him. They thought the world was out of balance with him. We believe the world is out of balance without him.
Who is we?
Those of us who wish his return.
Is that basically every follower of Service?
Many followers of Service, I am not one, but many followers of Service believe that they would be doing Service's bidding by helping bring Atorum back. If Atorum returns, Service wins too, in a sense. Nature will run its course, overrunning all other life, returning Drugala to a state of ultimate balance.
It was mentioned in that book that obviously Siluria was a big fighter, but one of those fools got killed by a champion of Noxus?
Yes,
who's that?
Noxus, even many gods, all gods probably, besides Service, I'm sure, and maybe some other smaller demigods we might not know of, but many gods fought against Atorum, yes.
That's not like a red flag for you?
For me, no. You all get the sense this person's not very well either, perhaps.
Yeah. So, Dade kind of mentioned that y'all are like feeding the plant. Super cool, good vibes. You said it once. Iron tasting, so it likes blood, huh? You all feed it blood.
Blood through the black lichen, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
How
Damn.
Hey, yeah, this is super cool. How close are you to, like, waking the old guy up?
I think this might be information beyond your privy, perhaps.
Sure.
but,
You've just been talking so freely.
Sure.
It's interesting.
There's some things left best under wraps, I suppose.
Sure, but maybe I have something to offer because, I'm Drees blood, and I know that the lichen you said, the black lichen, prefers my particular vintage.
It does seem to like Drees blood, and indeed, it has a certain regenerative quality, I suppose, that the black lichen appreciates, in which it is then fed into the pedestals, and then the pedestals feed down to him.
Forgive my ignorance. Most gods, I guess, like, to kind of go back to my last question, like, most gods are like the gods of something. Like Siloria seems to be like the god of like nature, or at least like a section of nature, and like Dothathal's like the god of death. What's like a Torum? What was he? They? Is a Torum a dude?
Him, yes.
What was he the god of?
We suppose it's power. Again, he's known as a Torum the Withered. So sometimes we suspect that the god of withering, so to speak.
Like destruction?
Yes.
Badass, super cool. Whoa. Damn, this room is tiny. Well, this was, man, thank you so much for being so open. I look at Loomis and I'm like, do y'all have any other questions? I'm kind of hungry again.
I think as this is going on, Loomis is jotting down in his own journal just what is in this book, since he's assuming that he's not going to be able to take this out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're able to kind of get the gist of it into a notebook.
And then the stuff that Natasha was writing whenever Loomis was talking, where is that right now?
That's on her desk. So I'd say you've probably kind of like moved back to maybe like a wall or a corner to kind of take the notes. But yeah, her notes are on her desk, which are behind her.
Are we leaving?
I don't allow my awkwardness to potentially cut off any further questions from that you might have, Loomis.
I don't know what to think right now.
All right, then let's get out of here. Natasha, if we have any more questions, is it cool if we come back by?
Please come by. And you all please come speak to me before you all leave. I just want to make sure we, if you are truly a general of a Torum, then perhaps we there's something else we can get from you.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah. Right, Loomis? We'll totally say bye before we leave.
Yeah, sure, whatever. And Loomis, slams the book on the desk, but at the same time, he wants to, sleight of hand grab the new notes that she took on him.
Okay, yeah, roll a sleight of hand.
Natural 20 for 26.
Oh, right. Yeah, no problem. You slam the book down, are able to, sneak the papers out and stuff them into, your cloak. Yeah, you get the notes.
All right, so we're leaving. Let's get out of here.
Loomis already stormed out as soon as he put the book on her desk and just like turned around and left. Didn't say bye or anything.
Thank you for your hospitality, Natasha, and we will be seeing you hopefully pretty soon.
Oh yes, I'm here. I'm here to learn so much, or teach, or whatever I can do. I'm not sure how much more I could offer, but I'm here to help.
Noted. And thank you. And same here. Good day. Come on, Emil.
Yeah, and you, as the two of you leave after Loomis, you can see like Natasha's just like giddy. Like this has been like a scientific breakthrough of some sort, or an archaeological find of sorts. And she kind of goes back to her desk, and is back to like scribbling notes on her papers.
As Emil and I are like hustling after Loomis, I like whisper to Emil, and I'm like, okay, look, maybe I take it back. Maybe we don't trust anybody ever again. Maybe we just assume everybody in every town ever is just trying to kill us all the time. Because I feel incredibly creeped out and unsafe right now.
That's funny because I actually feel a little bit of relief after that. That
some of the burden got taken off of you?
Well, this wasn't all pointless. That there's a reason. There's reasoning. Finally, we found some reasoning. As much as I disagree with it, I mean, God, believe me, I don't want this withering God here. Everything seems fine to me. I understand now.
Fill me in really quick. What do you understand?
People want a greater cause, a bigger purpose. Maybe this is their bigger purpose. Maybe some people don't even know what they're really truly serving. As they serve service, but I don't know. I'm actually kind of like, I feel like we have an answer to some things now that we didn't have before.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, look at you trying to sunny side up me for once. Loomis, are you like waiting up for us? Like, are you like, or are you just like?
I think I'm just kind of like aimlessly walking around this town now because I don't know where to go, and kind of just pacing back and forth, kind of, I guess, mumbling under my breath, and just kind of waiting for you, kind of still getting away from Natasha's and Bear's establishment. Yeah, I'm not like darting anywhere. You can catch up to me fairly quickly.
Loomis, wait up.
Yeah, I'll take up ranks on like one side of Loomis and kind of push Alice to the other side to make it look like we're just taking a walk.
Just a quick vibe check.
The vibes
how
are
you
off.
feeling? Okay, cool. Put low on the vibes. Fuck. Damn, dude, that's fucking wild. But also, man, that's just some crazy nerd with a book. Like, I don't know, like, who knows how factual that is? Oh, who are we kidding? Oh my gosh, dude, you're, what the hell, dude?
A 10 hut, right? Like, I salute. Crazy, you're a general.
Am I? Like, I don't remember. I know that doesn't excuse anything. Memory can be a fecal thing, but
no. I'm kidding. Of course, that's not who you are. I mean, yeah, maybe that was who you were, but I mean, somewhere along the line, you made a choice. You've done a lot of good things.
Like, we just read in that book that like Noxus was like, it was against, like, what? Are we against each other now? Like, no, fuck that shit.
So you're not gonna judge me more than you probably already do?
Well, that depends. Are you gonna try and wake up whatever the withering god?
No. Why would I serve a god now?
Hey, that's pretty hard. That's pretty baller. And also, Loomis, as Becky confirmed at the beginning of the episode, we've only known each other for like a month and a half. Like, there's still like a lot I don't know about you, Loomis.
Clearly, there's a lot I don't know about myself.
Exactly. So, like, I don't know. This is like bonding. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, there is a certain excitement in learning new things, right? Even after, I guess, more than 200 years.
I'm glad the two of you are excited.
Lupus, I do not know how to react right now. What do you need? What do you want to do?
Honestly, part of me wants to learn more, because I've searched for it for a really long time. Part of me wants to burn this town down. It doesn't seem good what they're doing. Part of me just kind of want to punch Helena even more now. I don't know.
Ellis, thinking about the kind of deal that he struck with Nanoxis, he's thinking about this as he says this next sentence. Look, I think Natasha's like, not to be judgy, but is a little weirdo. Like, obviously wasn't listening. Like, it really just wanted to like share the info she wanted to share. Dude, if we went back to Maria and Dade's house and you were just like, yo, Dade, go talk to Natasha. I'm a general of the homie.
Yeah, you're like the boss. You are like these.
Like, I'm back.
This
was all a test. Now show me what info you have now, and then we can learn. And we're like, okay, we're gonna go report back to a Torum, and then we'd leave.
There's no pressure. No pressure. No pressure at all.
What more information do we need?
I mean, we need to know how close they are to accomplishing this thing, and how many more of these pedestals are around the continent and world. Look, like, I know we came here because of this letter from my stupid mom, but we're coming across something so much more important. Ellis has been saying it repeatedly. There's something bigger going on. We can't keep ignoring the signs that we're supposed to be involved. You are literally one of the key figures in this whole thing. This isn't about my illness anymore. This is bigger than that.
Macro.
So I should lean into this while we're here.
I mean, again, like, I could also like, you know, we can kind of come up with a ruse about it too. Like, that way, like, I could do more of the talking and lying and stuff. Like, I'm like your first mate or whatever. Or like your liaison. Look, this day, I don't know where this day is turning around, but it's definitely turning around. Definitely started off on the wrong foot. It's gonna be pretty awkward to go back to Maria and Dane's house and be like, so about that, let's talk business.
No, I'm so glad we did this, because, I mean, like, I know, like, things were tough, but with this new information, there's just too much on the line. I need to put that aside for now. We need to do a little more digging here, and that's going to take being in these people's good graces. It's going to take me giving a little blood, I think.
Ugh, gross. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I definitely agree. We should definitely play very nice and respectful to everybody. Like, I know that this place feels kind of, vibes are off now. And I don't want to piss anybody off, and I don't want to have to run for like 24 hours again and get like 7 levels of exhaustion. We do still have the teleporter box, so if things get hairy, we need to come up with like a code word. Alarin.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like alarm.
That's good. That's good. If we mention Alarin, that's cue to get together and use the box. But Loomis, this doesn't change anything. I don't know how you got the name Loomis or why you decided to go to that monastery. What's happened before now? But the part that you remember, the part that you've chosen to do, you've fed a community, you've joined us, you've helped me try and find this cure that seems like it's maybe not going to be a thing. All of that stuff has been, really good stuff. So that, I think that's who you are. Don't worry about the stuff in the past.
Easier said than done, I think, at this point. but I do appreciate the words.
All right, so we just talked a little macro. Let's get mini. What are we doing for the rest of like Loomis? Do you need a nap? Like, not trying to be condescending. I'm like, do you need like time to process this shit, or fucking do we just hit the ground running?
I would like some time to process it, but I won't need too much. And also, I feel kind of waiting a little bit to lean in. I think it might be suspicious if we go in like, okay, cool, yeah, love this god, you know?
I also think it might be good if we check in with the people in town who might be innocent or removed from all this. You know, going back to Felicity Simia's house for a night and doing a little bit of probing there to see how much they know or how much they're removed from all of this would be good, because if they're sitting on the, you know, the resting grounds of a dead god or withering god, I don't want them caught in the crossfire. We might need to do some informing.
We just have to play our cards probably a little close to our chest. I do think that it might be good to play hard to get a little bit, Loomis. That's a good idea. Like, I think that's good for you too, Emil. I know it's a touchy subject, but like, maybe Maria might reach out to you, and maybe y'all can take a crack at a second conversation.
Yeah, that'd be good for multiple reasons. Not to use your kind of big revelation here, Loomis, but things are being put in perspective for me. There are bigger things at play. And also, I mean, people are happy here. I mean, I'm glad that some people like me have found a place. And I want to make sure those people aren't going to see destruction or withering. I mean, speaking as probably about half plant at this point, withering doesn't sound fun at all to me.
Let's head back to Felicity's and damn, let's try to unpack this.
And it's still a we. It's still like a we, right? We're all still in on this.
Like the three of us?
Yeah, I mean, let's not ignore the fact that this is getting pretty crazy exponentially quickly.
Yeah, I mean, probably we're gonna go to a different house and find more about Ellis.
Ellis, what secrets do you have?
God, I hope I don't have any. Holy shit. I mean, look, all I'm saying is if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be helping you two, which y'all would be 33.33, like, repeating worse at this, probably. And then I would be off somewhere, and then some god would come and eat my butt or something. And I'd rather be fighting it head on than just, like, not knowing what's happening. Look, I wasn't doing anything before I met up with y'all, so, like, I'm down to clown around until the fucking sun goes down.
Okay. I mean, you did have 37 gold when we met you first, so I don't know if that's entirely true. You had to have done something to get that gold, so, but that's a secret for another time, I guess.
That's my big secret. Where did I get the 37 gold? All right. I'm pulling the card again. As I say that, I'm like lifting my hand.
Oh my
God. I'm pulling the card again.
Now more than ever, we need this.
Confidently.
General.
Confidently. Squirrel's Foolies on 3.
I think Loomis hesitates a little less than he normally does this time. And he puts his hand in.
I giddy laughed. 1, 2, 3. Squirrel's
Foolies.
You all kind of finish ambling around town a little bit, sort of clearing your heads before heading back to Felicity Simia's house. And we will end with you all heading back there. I think things got dicey.
Shit, yeah, General.
Not me, a general.
Go to the general to save some time, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually pretty glad that Ursa Anore is more about Destiny's character now than mine, because I was feeling a lot of pressure there. Thanks for joining us here for episode 54 of This Could Get Dicey. Go follow us on all our socials at TCGD Pod. And most importantly, go to our Patreon, subscribe if you can, encourage others to do so. Every share matters. And then also come back next week for our next episode on July 10th. Thanks, everyone.